Tuesday, November 1st, common council meeting to order. Megan, will you please take the roll?
Davis.
Here.
Lampy.
Here.
Ritten.
Here.
Hart.
Here.
Lick.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Schmid.
Here.
Wetzel.
Here.
Bromling.
Here.
Very good. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first item on our agenda is the minutes of the council meeting from the 18th. Anyone have any comments or questions on those minutes? All right. Next is comments and suggestions from citizens present. If anyone would like to comment, you can come to the microphone by Alderperson Davis and just state your name and address. And it looks like we just have city team on virtually. Please, just state your name and address, please.
Sure. Hi there, my name is Chad Bailey. I live at 804 Lind Lane, and I just have three brief points to make this evening. Number one, topic is urgency. As I understand it, as of October 17th, the budget is ready for review by the Common Council. It's concerning to me that there's no sense of urgency to immediately entertain a discussion among the council to which the public can be witness. Point number two is on the topic of inflation. As I'm sure you all realize, taxpayers are already facing significant inflation costs of basic goods. The assessment by most economists is that we are entering or have already entered a recession. This is a time to be especially cautious with the dollars of the taxpaying public, many of whom will not see compensation increases this year, even with a positive performance review. That's assuming they get there to hang on to their job at all, that is. I propose that the Finance Committee and the other representatives of the taxpayers need to be sensitive to the concept of needs versus wants. Clearly, there are some examples of needs in the current budget which the public would likely support, such as bolstering our fire department staff, but there are also many others which are questionable at best. Local government needs to be equally judicious about these matters, as constituents have to be about purchasing decisions for food, gas, rent, mortgage, and utility bills this winter. Number three is trust. It's not enough to publish the budget and tell the public that it's there for them to digest. This is a level of expenditure in their name with their money that deserves a healthy public discussion, even one which allows the public to ask questions and hear direct answers. And in case it's not clear to anybody in here, the public does not feel welcome at committee meetings at large. They're typically treated like second-class citizens who should be seen and not heard. Lack of transparency with the public, even the appearance of such, is a critical concept for local government to keep in mind at a time when public trust in state and federal bureaucrats is at an all-time low. We expect that while we've largely been played by those in Madison and Washington, we can count on local government to be forthcoming, open, and even welcoming of inquiry into how our money is being used. I submit that a few polished assurances and a city connection is not adequate level of disclosure to the taxpaying public regarding how their hard-earned dollars will be used. Finally, above all, I encourage you to keep this concept in mind. Elected officials have one primary purpose, and that is to represent the voice of the people as they make decisions in our name with our money. Too often it seems they perceive they have been elected because they know better than the constituents what is best for them. I hope that is not the case with any of you, and I hope that you'll consider spending constituents' dollars more carefully than if they were your own. Thank you.
Thank you. The next item on our agenda is reports. You have the Park Rec and Forestry minutes from September 19th and the Plan Commission minutes from October 10th. And I think our camera is frozen. Just give me 1 second. Does anyone have any comments or questions on any of those minutes? No one has one, just to,
I do.
oh, thank you, just to help me out here. Alderperson Davis.
So this is maybe could be answered by people who are on the Plan Commission. For a plan unit development, which was discussed, it looks like the foundation is looking to possibly have that property, the Bethesda Administrative
property that they've acquired, potentially rezoned as a planned unit development. First of all, I do have a question. Am I correct in my understanding that as it is currently zoned, they will be able to go forward with the remodeling and the additions that they want to make to the building itself right now? The current zoning is adequate for what they want to do with the building right now? I think it's institutional
I
zoning?
think it was actually rezoned outside, away from institutional. If Jane Ellen could hear me, I could ask her that more specifically. Just give me a second. I believe we rezoned it in the we changed the land use. So they're compliant on the land use side. And can they do the renovations that they're doing right now? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then-
I would stop short of answering that specific of a zoning question.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not Jacob. But I can find out for you.
Well, that's okay. Maybe the next question I have is too specific for this context, too. As I read the code, it looks like there's a requirement to depict all aspects of development. It's in the code. It says that only development which is explicitly depicted on the site plan approved by the Common Council as approved by the planned unit development shall be permitted. So I don't know if this is the right place to ask and if we just need to follow up later. But am I correct in my understanding that only the development that is approved on the planned unit development and okayed by the council can be accomplished in that planned unit development? So whatever they put on the plan and gets approved by the council is all that anyone doing a planned unit development is allowed to do. Does that sound right?
I want to say yes to that.
Kind of what it,
They would be limited to what's in that plan development or what is generally permissible by the zoning administration.
okay. Because it even goes on to say, even if it's permissible, if it's not in the plan, then they're not able to do it. So here's where I'm going with this. It sounds like it might be a good idea because they have future plans for that property. I'm wondering if there's a rush, though, because I'm wondering if it might be valuable, and maybe that's their plan anyway, to take their time, figure out what they want to do with it, and then put it forward in its entirety as a complete concept plan. Because at the end of the code, it says anyone with a planned unit development has 3 years to actually do the things that they specify in the development. So, I don't know, we don't even need to necessarily answer this now, but it was just a thought I had, I was going through this. If what they are permitted to do helps them get the building where they want it, it would seem like they've got time to actually think through how they want to use the land and then put that planned unit development forward, especially since there is a time limit as to how long they have to complete it. And then my next thought is just an aside. Boy, this seems, planned unit developments, I think, are valuable, and we're seeing them used quite a bit, but it sure does seem like a lot of oversight every time we get another one approved, because if every single planned unit development is limited to what is approved in that plan, then it would seem like someone needs to be watching that, and that would seem like a lot of staff hours. So, I don't know, just a thought I had as I was myself coming to understand this, and I don't know that there's a question in there really, more of a comment.
Sorry. Allegedly, the work is beginning on Thursday in this room. But they cannot hear us remotely. And I've tried all my tricks. Jordan, can you come in here, please? Oh, maybe not. Hear us now? I can't explain that one. Oh. I think if we switch to real tech, they can hear me because I'm by the computer, but they can't hear everyone else in the room. The note I have says to select this one as the mic, this UMC one. And then real tech as the
Is
audio.
anyone responding that they can hear you?
Well, they could hear me because they always can hear me on real tech, but they can't hear Will you say something into your mic?
Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, flip back. Flip the mic back.
Yeah, they can hear me through that one, but they can't hear.
Yep, try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Was the room on mute? Sometimes that's the magic bullet.
Hello, hello?
Everything should be loud and clear.
So this is all city employees, so what I might do is just completely end the meeting and start it over. Is everyone, are you fine with that, Jordan, or do you need this for a second?
I was just gonna call into the meeting quick.
We could just try that sometimes.
Yeah, you can try reading.
Let's take one, let's take one. Oh, wait, oh, no, sometimes I do that too, and that's right. I'm out. So nothing still, you guys? All right, we'll start over. Stacy, can you hear us? Jane Ellen, can you hear us? I don't know about this one. Normally it works by now. What we can do is I can run the meeting if we can't get the sound. Can you hear us, Jordan, or no?
Nope.
I could run the meeting and Jane Ellen could come in the room. She's just in her office. And I can just monitor to see if any residents join.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
Well, we can hear Jane Ellen. I'll mute her.
Join.
Any suggestions?
I would only switch the microphone, but let me double check.
I could, actually, let me try this one. Because the candles sometimes can pick up the room. Can you guys hear it all? You can hear me? So we'll try again.
Sure. Robert's Rules of Order outline several methods of voting available.
I don't know where the feedback's coming
Caller two. Caller two.
Yep.
from. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's
I
probably
can-
Jane Ellen.
Seems like I can hear.
All right, how about someone besides me speak? Let's try it.
2 methods of government bodies most commonly use. This method, this method. That's what I got.
So I'm guessing they can hear him because the
I can
can,
hear him in my ear.
yeah, the candle's picking it up. So what might be difficult for those attending remotely is, are people away from the camera? And caller 2 is Jane Ellen. So again, we're still at just city staff. Are you fine? I think we're good to continue.
Yes.
Okay. If at any time someone needs something repeated, just let me know. And Jane Ellen is caller 2, Stacy, Jordan, and Christine are all city staff. So, all right, we had no reports, or no other comments on the reports, I apologize. Okay, then let's go to communications and recommendations. The only item under here is our town square update. In addition to what's in the packet, I received word yesterday that the railing, which was the thing that kind of tipped us over the edge, is on time for just a couple of weeks away from now. And an electrical component that we thought wouldn't come until December is indeed arriving before December, which is good news too. So we should see that park construction should be complete in just a few weeks. So, any comments on that? Okay, then let's go to appointments. We have just one this evening, and that is to appoint Christine Buttress as our interim weed commissioner, excuse me, as our permanent weed commissioner, replacing our interim weed commissioner.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rumline,
Second.
second by Mr. Licht. Discussion on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, so we have a couple of closed sessions this evening. We're about to go into our first. So for this one, Tony can stay, but we'll just have you can grab the doors. You don't have to leave yet, but you can if you want to, but I'll take a motion first. So I would be looking for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85 for an E. This is to deliberate or negotiate the purchase of public property, the investing of public funds, or conducting of other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. This pertains to the purchase of real estate for the fire department. Is there such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Schmid, seconded by Mr. Wetzel. Megan, will you take the roll?
Schmid,
Aye.
Wetzel,
Aye.
Rumline,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Lampy,
Aye.
Ritten,
Aye.
Bartz,
Aye.
Licht,
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
All righty, I see the doors are shut. I'm going to mute the mic. The next item on our agenda is the accounts payable.
Madam Mayor, I move the accounts payable.
Motion by Mr. Romline, seconded by Mr. Bartz. Any discussion on the accounts? Megan?
Romline.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Lampy.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Bartz.
Aye.
Lick.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Schmid.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
All right. Next is miscellaneous business. You have the payroll summary from October 5th to October 18th. Comments or questions on that? All right, then let's go to ordinances. The first is ordinance 22-71. This is to amend Chapter 550 of the zoning code through the addition of language to Section 550-131.1A, Paren 8. This pertains to electronic message center setbacks. This is here for me and the Plan Commission on the second reading.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Would you mind scooting J and K to the top of the list?
Oh, can I finish this one first? Sure. Was there a motion on this one?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Romline, second by Mr. Schmid. Questions on this one? Megan?
Romline.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Lampy.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Bart.
Aye.
Lick.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Schmid.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
Thank you. Are we fine reordering, Stephen?
For those two reordering, it should be okay.
Is there any opposition to hopping to items J and K on the resolutions? Okay. So we'll hop then to Exhibit 9446. This is the resolution requesting exemption from the Dodge County Library tax pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 43.64, Paren 2, Paren B, and I am the sponsor on this one.
I'll make a motion to approve Exhibit 9446.
Motion by Ritten, second by Lampy. Questions or comments on this one?
Same thing we do every year, right?
Every year, yep. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, let's go to K. That's Exhibit 9447. This is also a resolution requesting exemption from the Jefferson County Library tax. This is also here, again, from me. Motion by Mr. Lampy, second by Mr. Bartz. Discussion on this one. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Awesome. Good? Good?
Yep.
Good. All right, let's go back to ordinances. We're going to ordinance 22-72. This is to amend Chapter 550, our official zoning map. This is here for me and the Plan Commission on the second reading. Thank you. Motion by Mr. Wetzel, second by Mr. Rumline. Discussion on this one? Megan?
Wetzel.
Aye.
Romline.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Lampy.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Bart.
Aye.
Lick.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Schmid.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
Thank you. All right, let's go back to resolutions. The first is Exhibit 9441. This is a resolution authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to the agreement concerning payment in support of municipal services by and among Markward Village and its affiliated entities and the City of Watertown. This is here for me and the Finance Committee. Motion
I move to approve Exhibit 9441.
by Bartz,
I'll second.
second by Ritten. Questions? Comments? Mr. Smith?
In the materials that we received, we had the updated Exhibit E, which shows all of the units and the basis for the new rates and the total charge and so forth. But I couldn't find how that compared to the original Exhibit E, which is being superseded. There was no original, there was no delineation or line out or whatever, so I have nothing to compare this to.
So this was, and I'll go to the city attorney, perhaps you can pull up the previous one while I'm speaking.
I've got the modifications.
Okay, so Stephen can walk through the modifications here shortly. What we did was rework the quantities based on the buildings that were demolished and the buildings that were built. So it's really,
Yeah.
this calculation is done per unit, and some units they got rid of, and some units they built. So those changes, Stephen?
instead of the.
I'm going
the-
to ask Mr. Stephen to provide those changes for you.
Okay, but just for purposes of speeding things up and being able to vote for this, I think this was very reasonable. It seemed like a very fair basis for making the modification. I was just wondering how the final modified Exhibit E compared in total revenues to the original Exhibit E. Was it a modification with less revenue or a modification with more revenue?
I believe it was the revenue total increase. There's 4 buildings that were removed, 2 duplexes, which was 1,200 square feet per duplex. And then they added on a studio in one location for 592 square feet, 2-bedroom for 1,387 feet, and then 4 new units, or 4 new buildings with units that added $21,557.
So do you have the grand total on the previous one?
I'm trying to pull it up real quick. so-
Okay. Does anyone else have comments or questions on this one while he pulls that up? Oh, good luck finding it in there.
I guess the only question I'd have, and I know you're diligently looking, and is the intent here was to simply make the application of the previous formula applicable to really existing buildings as opposed to those removed and those that have been added.
You got
So
it.
whatever it comes out to is based on a fair formula that both sides agree to, and it probably is, what, reasonably similar to before?
It's the exact same formula as before.
Yeah?
The only difference is we adjusted the exhibit to reflect the actual units currently in existence.
Okay. Yep.
Prior total payments in lieu was $151,200. The new grand total is $168,286, or $268.
Thank you. Increase.
Yeah, that's super. In future instances, it just would be very helpful if, although it's not like a clean copy that you want to provide for the council, but if we had the working document, which was the delineated one, the line outs, the additions, then it makes it much easier to go
Sure.
from the past to the current.
Sure, no problem. Other comments or questions on this one? Megan?
Bartz?
Aye.
No, oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say, no, that wasn't right, but you're right.
Lick?
Aye.
Smith?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Wetzel?
Aye.
Romline?
Your name's called.
Davis?
Aye.
Lampy?
Aye.
Ritten?
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
Thank you, Megan. All right, our next is Exhibit 9442. This is a resolution to authorize a budget amendment to transfer $7,000 from the contingent account to 2 accounts, marking paint account for $6,000 and supplies and expense for $1,000. This is for pavement marking and signage on Welsh Road. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
Motion to approve 2442.
Thank you. Motion by Mr. Licht, second by Mr. Bartz. Questions, comments on this one? Mr. Lampy?
We had discussed this as work that potentially would be done ahead of time. Has this work been completed or authorized yet?
It has.
Excellent.
Comments? Other questions? Megan?
Lick?
Aye.
Smith?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Wetzel?
Aye.
Romline?
Aye.
Davis?
Aye.
Lampy?
Aye.
Ritten?
Aye.
Bartz?
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
Thank you. Next is 9443. This one is a resolution to approve change order number 1 for the 2022 pavement marking project with Century Fence for $57,903. This is here from Alderman Wetzel and Public Works. Motion by Mr. Wetzel, second by Mr. Romline. Comments or questions on this one? Megan?
Wetzel?
Aye.
Romline?
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Lampy,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
Bartz,
Aye.
Licht,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Schmid.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
All right. Our next item is a closed session item, and this one you got to go for. And Chief, up to you if you want to hang out. We're going to take action on these, but. So with that, I'd look for a motion to go to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, paren 1, paren G. This is to confer with legal counsel of our governmental body who's going to render oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which we are or will likely become involved. This pertains to Walmart doing our e-business trust versus the city of Watertown.
I'll make the
Mr. Licht?
Motion.
Mr. Schmidt? Motion by Licht, second by Schmid. Megan, will you take the roll, please?
Licht,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Schmid,
Aye.
Wetzel,
Aye.
Romling,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Lampy,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
Bartz.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
In open session, our next item is Exhibit 9444. This is a resolution authorizing a settlement agreement with Walmart with regard to ongoing property tax assessment litigation. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
I would make a motion that we approve this resolution authorizing the settlement agreement with Walmart
you.
previously discussed.
Motion by Mr. Smith, second by Mr. Wetzel. Comments, questions? Megan?
Smith? Smith?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Wetzel?
Aye.
Rumling?
Aye.
Davis?
Aye.
Lampe?
Aye.
Ritten?
Aye.
Bartz?
Aye.
Licht?
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
All right, one more for this evening. I would again look for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85(1)(g). This is to confer with the city attorney, who's rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. This pertains to Watertown Square LLC versus the city of Watertown.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt, second by Mr. Wetzel. Megan?
Schmidt?
Aye.
Wetzel?
Aye.
Rumling?
Aye.
Davis?
Aye.
Lampe?
Aye.
Ritten?
Aye.
Bartz?
Aye.
Licht?
Aye.
Smith?
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
open session. The next item on our agenda is Exhibit 9445. This is a resolution to authorize the execution of an amended substitute development agreement by and between the City of Watertown and Watertown Square LLC. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 9445.
Motion by Mr. Ritten, second by Ms. Davis. Comments, questions? Megan?
Witten,
Aye.
Bartz,
Aye.
Lick,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Schmid,
Aye.
Wetzel,
Aye.
Romline,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Lampy.
Aye.
Motion passed 9-0.
All right. We had previously covered Exhibit 94, 46, and 47. It is now an opportunity again for comments from citizens present. If anyone would like to comment. We have no one virtually. Before I look for a motion to adjourn, I just want to remind you all that the budget public hearing and opportunity for that discussion is next meeting. So we'll have both the budget public hearing and then a budget discussion portion at our November 15th meeting. So if you have questions or comments, just refer back to the memo I sent, letting you know how to submit those. So with that, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt, second by Mr. Rumline. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.